Even when it was carried out by the church, it was run by church laws, which, yeah, I'd imagine a lot of church, most pastors would not do homosexual couple. Oh yeah, for a while, divorce was seen as like haram or whatever, right? Yeah. A divorce can only be given by the Pope back in the day, back in the good old days, back before everything became woke and liberal. Yeah. Yeah, till Henry created his own Church of England, right? Just because he wanted to get divorced. Yeah. Divorce, yeah. After a while, he kind of lost it, right? He started just murdering his wives. 90% of the time, the Pope would say no. Yeah, you would think he would allow the Pope to get the King of England to get divorced, but no. Again, like most problems in history, it's the English that are the problem, right? Yeah, the English really fucked everything up. Yeah, so I think like people get married, yeah, Crusader thing. Yeah, we gotta play Crusader Kings 3 sometime. Yeah, we gotta. I'm going to play as who would I play as? I would play as like the Turkish Empire or something, or I would play as the Mongol horde. And I would just like take over. I would just conquer Europe for the express sole purpose of like genociding Anglo-Saxons. Yeah, I tried playing Hearts of Iron 4, but like yeah, it was way too time like intensive. It was way too like too many spreadsheets. I play like StarCraft sometimes. Yeah, if the Pope doesn't like you, he'll tell you to fuck off no matter what. He'll just yeah. He'll just ooh, playing as a Native American colonizing Europe. Or I've always had this like fantasy of like the Aztec Empire, like conquering like all of the Americas and then like industrializing. There's a lot of roleplay to Crusader Things 3 and Hearts of Iron 4. Yeah. You know, a lot of fascists love to LARP as like Germany, Italy, or Japan playing Hearts of Iron, right? Yeah. I think it would be cool if like the Aztec Empire took over all the Americas, right? And then like colonize Europe. Or if like China colonized it'd be cool if China colonized the Americas before the Europeans did. Atheistic England king, huh? Hmm. I mean, what would that in Crusader Kings 3? Hmm. Well, what would that what effect does that have? What D&D video games do you are there? I haven't played a good game of D&D in a while. Maybe I should get on that. Yeah, the whole point of a monarchy is that like the monarchy justifies its position in the world by like the divine right of kings, right? Right, like the authority of the kings of the monarchy is derived from the authority of God directly. Just like the emperor of China had the mandate of heaven. Yeah. Yeah, what would an atheistic England look like? Would it be like more scientific? Build up piety to like make my own religion. Oh, make an atheist religion. Yeah, make a secular religion. Yeah, make it all like secular Jews or something. Yeah, I mean, no king would come out and say that they're an atheist. I think like there are plenty of kings that like there are plenty of people throughout history who acknowledge that like yeah, all this god shit is just bullshit. It's all stories that we tell each other, that we tell ourselves just to feel good about ourselves, to feel like we have a place in this world, right? North Korean dictators are, yeah, as close to monarchs as you can get in the modern age. Yeah, their power is passed down through bloodline. Yeah, when you're so revolutionary, you go back to making like a a monarchy, like a bloodline monarchy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like there's no religion in North Korea, right? Yeah, pretty sure like because like the tanky radical communists, right? They they replace religion with like devotion to the state, devotion to like the state ideology, right? Of like Jusha ideology or whatever they believe in, right? So you remodel the culture and religion to give bonuses to development and reduce the power of religious figures like popes and priests. So would that be just be like hyper capitalists? You would like, instead of like the church deciding who wins and who loses, you just like give all the power to like whoever's most productive. Would you like be like speed running capitalism then? Playing Doom 3. Oh, I played Doom 3. What mods do you use? I just beat Doom 3 not long ago. I was thinking of playing Doom Eternal, but like if there are good mods to use, I'll do that instead. Not not sure if you could change that. I've not thought about it in those terms. HD textures. Maybe I could do that. I mean, the game was good enough. Yeah. I think the graphics were good enough for me in Doom 3. Because, like, what's the point of making a secular society, right? If you, because yeah, the whole point of, like, the declining, power of, like, the monarchy and, like, the nobility is that, like, oh, hey, the chat is working now. Okay, maybe I just had to refresh it. Yeah, the whole point of, like, the nobility losing power is that like the capitalists were gaining power in turn. I guess like I would rather the capitalists be in charge than like a bunch of like inbred nobles, right? Dude invented an apocalypse just to have a moral justification to say the N-word. Yeah, we're gonna go over that, right? Yeah, I wanted to talk about that just to Yeah, he's like, let's say hypothetically, you could save a billion people's lives by saying the N-word. Can I say it then? Checkmate, liberals. You can make a republic. I'm not sure about a non-capitalist thing. I'm talking about like your speed running capitalism, right? You're just like shifting all resources to like whatever's most productive. Yeah, let's talk about Crusader Kings 3 meta. Yeah, or should you just like jump straight to communism? Like no, you can't you can't jump straight to communism. You gotta build up the material needs, right? Yeah, non-religious monarchy doesn't work because like you have to derive your power from like God. I'm denounce the church, but yeah, you can't. Yeah, well, being atheist is like a new thing, right? Because for most of human history, like most people found meaning in like religion, so like it was taboo to say like, oh, all this religious stuff is just like bullshit, even though like a lot of people knew, like recognized that they couldn't say it out loud, right? Like a lot of like religious leaders, they knew that like, oh, all this God stuff is just stories we tell each other to make each other feel better, but like that's valuable in its own way, right? Providing something to believe in is valuable in its own way. It provides social cohesion, right? Like you can't have a monarchy without like a belief in God, because like I was like, without like a divine mandate, then it all like falls apart. I guess like a non-religious monarch would be like a warlord or something. Like a warlord, they derive their authority from just like physical force, like the threat of physical violence. Like, oh, if you don't submit to me, then I'm just gonna fucking kill you and torture you and like humiliate you. Yeah, the whole point of a video game is having like impossible scenarios. Yeah, tankies tankies think that like yeah, I remember, was Red Alert 2 like a live action video game? Remember the live action video games? Can we look up Red Alert 2? Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. FMVs. Wait, is that the guy from Twin Peaks? It is, isn't it? Cool. Yeah, the cutscenes were live action. That was a weird period in a video game history, right? So yeah, it's fun to like play with video games, because like, yeah, it's impossible scenarios. Like, there are all sorts of like things that can happen, but like that would happen. You play Hearts of Iron, like fascists play Hearts of Iron 4 to jerk off to like images of like like Nazi Germany taking over all of Europe and like Africa. I wonder if like in real life, like, would Germany and Italy like have been friends with each other, or would Germany have just like steamrolled over Italy? Because like Italy like rolled right over when the Allies came along, when America came to liberate Italy. It was a walk in the park, right? Like, would Hitler really just be like, okay, Mussolini, you can have your little slice of the pie here, but, or would he be like, okay, yeah, Mussolini, get it the fuck out of here. Yeah, Italy's mine now. Yeah. Or on the other side of the spectrum, the tankies play Hearts of Iron, just to fantasize about like the Soviet Union taking over all of Eurasia, right? The Darth Vader dude, James Earl Jones. Oh yeah. I saw the meme where it's like, now I will escape to the one place not corrupted by capitalism, space.
This is Dugan.
Oh, the Twin Peaks guy is the president. Is this David Pakman?
The situation down here.
James Earl Jones, the the Darth Vader actor. Michael Ironside. Cool. Italy and Germany were allied. Even USSR worked with the Nazis in the beginning. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm not sure how much they were working together, or how much they were just like negotiating peace, like for their own selfish purposes, right? I will escape to the one place not corrupted by capitalism, space. I know Italy and Germany were allied, but like theoretically, if like Germany succeeded in like taking over the rest of Europe, would it just like let Italy be its own like tiny little baby fascist state, or would Hitler would have been like, oh yeah, you are not how do I do a German accent? Yes, Italy is mine now, yeah. And then Mussolini would be like, Mamma mia, what is this? Adolf, we had an agreement. I thought we had an agreement. They officially worked together, divided occupation and invasion zones. Yeah, I'm not pro USSR, of course. Yeah. Yeah, it was also a dictatorship. It was also like a, it was authoritarian. That's the key, right? Like the USSR was left-wing authoritarian, and fascism was right-wing authoritarian. Yeah, well, the reason that they went to war is that like they couldn't reach an agreement on like invasion zones, right? Like, because like of course, Russia, Stalin wanted to take over like all of Poland, right? Yeah, it would have been nice to see like you know how history would have played out differently if Lenin were lived just a little bit longer. Nazi, wait, the USSR was unaware they broke the pact. The USSR was unaware the Nazis broke the pact. Yeah, it was silly. It was silly for the USSR to expect the Nazis to just abide by the pact, but I thought that like that the USSR, like Stalin wanted more than the Nazis were willing to give them. Let me look up. Yeah, I thought that like yeah, I know they literally divided Poland in half, but like I thought Stalin said he wanted more than Hitler was willing to give him, right? Territories of Poland annexed by the Soviet Union after 1939 Soviet invasion. Yeah, when did they actually go to war? Germany invaded Poland on 1939, and then yeah, they split Poland in half, literally. When did they actually terminated on 22nd of June 1941? Germany launched Operation Barbarossa, invaded Soviet Union in pursuit of ideological goal of Lebensraum. Anglo-Soviet agreement replaced it. After the war, Ribbentrop was convicted of war crimes. Of course, yeah. He wanted more than negotiations or negotiations. He just didn't want to fight the Nazis. Too much waste. Yeah. Well, look how that turned out. The Russians did sacrifice a lot in their fight, right? So yeah, I thought like Russia was prepared for war with Germany. Oh, I watched a funny video in high school. They didn't have a choice. They got backstabbed by Hitler. Rest is history. Literally, it's history. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Russian Civil War broke out in 1917. Yeah, because World War One. Because yeah, because they actually gave weapons to the civilians, which is a bad idea if the civilians are dissatisfied with your rule. So I watched a funny video like in high school in English class. We were doing like a class on rhetoric, and we were analyzing like different speeches like made throughout history, and we listened to Stalin give his speech like after the October Revolution. That's French. How do I do a Russian accent? October Revolution. The October Revolution. So Stalin was saying that like, oh, we were backstabbed by Hitler. We thought we were friends, but like they went behind our back and got us. But like they made like clearly contradictory statements, like we have been preparing for a war, right? Well, it's like if you were backstabbed and you thought Germany was your friend, then why were you preparing to go to war with them, right? I would imagine anyone who pointed out these contradictions in Russia were just like disappeared, right? Sent to the gulags. Yeah, they're not actively working with. Oh, Tankies deny Stalin ever worked with the Nazis. They're just immediately avoiding each other. Yeah, it's clearly they were working together with each other. Yeah, and they could have gotten along, but I think like they were too ideologically motivated. Like like Hitler. Hitler was the one who broke the pact, and I think, like, you know, Hitler. They said they were doing it for Lebensraum, as in, like, they wanted to take as much land as possible to, like, make room for the German peoples to thrive. USSR letters the Nazi regime congratulating them on the offensive. Oh wait, not Operation Barbarossa, as in, like, congratulating them on taking over the west part of Poland, you mean, right? Yeah, it's the tankies are just they're the real revisionists. They revise history to meet their own ends. Yeah, totally. It's laughable. Yeah. Yeah, the tankies are arguably worse than the fascists, who, like, in terms of, like, rewriting history to suit their own terms. Yeah. I mean, the way you said it, I thought you meant, like, they congratulated them on Operation Barbarossa, like, congratulations on invading Soviet territory. Yeah, tankies are just fascists in a different coat of paint. Yeah, whether it's left-wing authoritarianism or right-wing, it's still, like, authoritarianism, right? It's okay. Yeah, see you later. Yeah, I might just play video games. I'm tired. Oh yeah, so yeah, thanks for dropping in, Rye. Yeah, good night. Operation codenamed after Frederick Barbarossa, a 12th century Holy Roman Emperor and German king, put into action Nazi Germany's ideological goal of conquering the Western Soviet Union to repopulate it with German Generalplan Orts, aimed to use some of the conquered people as forced labor for the Axis war effort while acquiring the oil reserves of the Caucasus. Of course. Yeah, the fascists, yeah, of course they would do that. Yeah, the ends justify the means, what they say. It means the thriving of the German people. Yeah, the thing about Hitler and, like, Germany is that they could have just stayed within their own, like, sphere. They could have just conquered, like, their neighboring countries neighboring to Germany. Like, they could have just, like, stayed away from England. They could have, like, I mean, once you conquer France, like they got lucky, right? Conquering France. They just, like, found a way, like, around the Maginot Line, and it was a fuck up by France, right? Yeah, they got really lucky being able to conquer France with so little casualties, and they should have just stopped there. They should have quit while they were ahead. That's the point, right? Like, how much Lebensraum do you need, right? There should be enough. Maybe they didn't want to kill the Western Europeans because they saw them as, like, fellow Aryans, perhaps. And they wanted to take over, like, the Eastern Europeans because, like, the Slavic people were considered, like, lower people, right? But again, like, yeah, declaring war on the Soviet Union and then America, of course, big mistake. And they could have left England alone, right? They could have stopped at the English Channel. They just had to poke the hornet's nest.